Hi everybody, how is it going? Another video. And today's topic is going to be an interesting one. It is called As a Man Thinketh in His Heart, So Is He. And to be honest, this video was inspired by a book that I recently read, As a Man Thinketh. It's a great book. Thank you to Mike. He gave me this book to read. It's a pretty small book. I would suggest everybody to get one. It's such an amazing book with so much knowledge in just about 60 pages or so. And I'll just kind of share some of the insights that I learned from this book and some of the things. I'm going to read you some of the things that are directly from the book. And I want you guys to let me know what you think about them. But to be honest, I just want to really emphasize and underline the main thing that is, as you think in your head, so are you. So your thoughts actually define you a lot. Now, it gets complicated when we do say that there are some thoughts that are not yours, meaning there's a lot of thoughts in your head that are just rampantly going off that you may not want them to exist and you wish they weren't there, but well, they are. So, however, it is your duty and it is a skill for you to be able to entertain the good thoughts and get rid of the bad ones and not, conform to those bad ideas that you have or the victimized thoughts that you may have. So, this book really talks about how you are the governor of yourself, and it motivates you almost to tell you that you are fully in charge of your life and you are able to achieve anything you want and anything you put your mind to. So I want you guys to also understand that whatever it is that you want, whatever the goal you're aiming for, whatever you think you can do it. Your mind is just so strong that whatever you put your thoughts into and manifest it into reality, it is possible. So just one of the experiments that I actually want to point out while we're talking about the power of your mind is the fact that they did this experiment on a guy who was healthy, he had no issues at all in terms of his health, but he was put on a chair or something, and they sliced his, they didn't use an actual knife to slice his veins right here, but they did that stroke on that wrist, and then they had water driplets, like just water drops, just going against the ground, and he would think that he was bleeding from his hand, and eventually he died without having to bleed to death. Because of his mind, he killed himself pretty much. And I mean, you guys can look this up. You can look up other experiments that they did on people or even animals and stuff, or what your brain can actually do to you. Even if you're a healthy person, you can hurt yourself and you can damage yourself and you can even kill yourself. So this guy really killed himself without having anybody else to kill him. And that is the power of the mind. So if you are able to understand that that's what your mind can do, then you're also able to understand how it can influence you into becoming a person that you truly want to be, and how your thoughts define who you are. So one of the first pages that I want to read to you guys is actually on page 10, is a man is the master of thought, the molder of character, and the maker and the shaper of condition, environment, and destiny. So, a lot of the things in this book might be controversial to some of you, but you have to really just take it as a grain of salt and really think about what the author is really trying to portray here. And to be honest, the idea that I got out of that is, it just tells you that you are in charge of your life. It's time for you to get up and not be a victim and not say, oh, I am where I am because of my environment or because of my family or what I've been taught, how I grew up. It's like, come on, just put your mind into who you want to be, draw out this character that you want to be, write down your features, who do you want to be in the future, imagine it simply, and live that type of lifestyle. Live as if you're already that person. And every day you can affirm these beliefs upon yourself and tell yourself that you will become that person. You will be that person. And I promise you, you will be that person. I've tried these type of stuff on myself as well. stand in the mirror and repeat some positive affirmations to myself. Look in the mirror and say, you look amazing, you look good, you're strong, you will be successful, you will be a millionaire, all that kind of stuff. You will not fail, you will not be a failure, you will be a winner, and all that kind of stuff. And this just gives you a boost of confidence, because your mind isn't really able to identify things from just I would say illusion, or just what I'm trying to say is that I just kind of blanked out, I'm sorry, but what I'm trying to say here is that your mind is actually not able to distinguish things from reality to non-reality. So if you tell your brain that you're a loser, even though you may not be a loser now, or you may not believe that you're a loser, at least as of right now, if you repeat this to yourself multiple times every day or throughout your life, enough times for yourself to believe that, you will set yourself out to be a loser. If you repeat to yourself that you will not make money, the chances are you will not make money. The more you repeat these thoughts to yourself, you will manifest this into reality. So the idea is you're tricking your brain. This is called a hack. So you standing up in the mirror and saying, I'm a millionaire, it doesn't really mean that you're a millionaire, but it's just setting your thoughts and your mind straight to already be that person, already act as if you're that person. So that is the power of the mind, and I would really suggest for you guys to practice that if you want. And I mean, I would say it's very beneficial, to be honest. And then the other one is actually page on 11. It just says, ready? Man can find every truth connected with his being if he will dig deep into the mind of his soul, that he is maker of his character, the molder of his life, and the builder of his destiny. So the same idea as the previous page, to be honest. You are, if you dig deep into yourself and find yourself truly, you are able to find that character of yours, define that character, and then go after that purpose and that mission that you have after finding yourself. So if you really want to know who you are in depth and really follow the passion that you have, then I think, one, you should definitely read this book and apply this into your life. Really, really understand that your thoughts will define who you are. You think you're a winner, you will be a winner. That's it. Now, page 14. This actually tells you, this is a little harsh for some of you, but it is very true. So, hear this out. Every man is where he is by the law of his being. The thought which he has built into his character hath brought him there. So, you think that you are somewhere because of something else or somebody else in your life, well, you're wrong. Yes, it plays a part in why you're there, but that's not why you're there. It is because you chose to be there. You were okay with being there. If you were never okay with being there, and if you never wanted to be there, and to be honest, if you tried hard enough to get out of that situation, you would not be there. So simply take that responsibility, pick yourself up, and pick up that burden of yours. That is the true freedom. Understanding that you will choose your life, you will govern your life, and you are taking on the risks yourself. It's not going to be anybody's fault. It will be yours, whether you win or fail. The only thing is, there's no way you will fail if you want to be a winner. If you want to be a winner here, you will act out as a winner. You want to be a loser here, you will act out as a loser. The idea is you govern these thoughts. You govern your destiny. You govern your future. That is the idea. Now, page 29. Let's move to page 29. And from here, I'll actually share a very good saying. And to be honest, the last one's going to be the best, so stay tuned for that. It's kind of like a quote, but that is one of the things that really stood out to me in this book. Page 29. This says, ready? A man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly, yet surely, shape his circumstances. So you see, the author here is saying a man cannot directly choose his circumstances, because we really can't. I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen in the next hour, or the next day, tomorrow, after tomorrow, a week from now, because I'm going to the gym after this, right? So on the road, there might be an accident and I might be late to gym. That's something that I can't control. That's a circumstance. However, how I think about this will be my choice. I will be able to either have a positive mindset on, okay, I can't really change this, so let me just still stay positive and get used to the fact that I will be late. Because if I'm stressing over something that I can't control and it's out of my control in every way, then there's no need for me to waste my energy and time thinking about, oh, what can I do to change this? Because I cannot. The only thing I can change is my state of mind, or where I am and where I want to be. So if I want to still stay positive about it, then it is my choice to stay positive. If I want to be negative and worry about it and stress myself out for something I can't control, I can also do that because it's my thoughts. I am able to govern my thoughts. So if you think you are not able to govern your thoughts, I think you should really think some of the ways that you can govern your thoughts and reflect on the actions that you notice when you're, I would say, primal, or more like your subconscious is taking over, or your I would say, yeah, subconscious, and your negative thoughts are taking over, and then be able to confront those thoughts, work on those thoughts, and after you're able to work on those thoughts, then your thought pattern will change. So it is really like a pattern. So the more positive person you are, the more positive thoughts you have. The more negative you are, then the thought pattern, it's just negative. And a lot of things that you see or happens in your life, you look at it from a negative perspective, from a negative viewpoint. So just, you are able to govern that. And then he says, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly, right, yet surely shape his circumstances. So your thoughts, right, will shape the circumstance. Your thoughts will be followed by the actions. So a positive thought will be followed by a positive action, a confident action, and then a confident action then is changed into a circumstance that is a good outcome, that is a positive outcome, that is a strong outcome. So, always keep that in mind, that you are the governor of your thoughts, and pick yourself up, your thoughts, and push through. Now, the last one, this is kind of like the quote that I want to read you guys. Page 51, this is already by the end. It says, he who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. He who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly. Let me read that one more time and let this sink in, please. He who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. He who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly. So this just underlines the idea that if your sacrifices are little, and if you're sacrificing pretty much nothing, then your results will not be very great either. If you sacrifice a lot in your life, if you sacrifice many things in your life, then the chances are that the results will show itself and the outcome will be great. So it's your choice. Go after it. Go after your goals, your visions, whatever it may be, with a mindset that you are in charge. You are the person that is responsible for your life. And when you look at it from that perspective, I'm telling you, you won't be going around blaming anybody. You won't be going around, crying and saying, oh, I'm there because of this and that. No, you will be strong, masculine man and a strong woman, whoever you are, because you are in charge of your life and you feel confident being in charge of your life. What kind of life is it to live if somebody else governs you, if somebody else tells you what you can and can't do? That's not being free at all. You have to be free. You have to be strong mentally, emotionally, in every way possible for you to take responsibility in your life and sacrifice the things that are worth it. Now, there can be things that you can sacrifice, but if it doesn't align with the goal that you chose, then You might regret those sacrifices, right? At the end of the day, it's still law of attraction. What you sacrifice, or more like what you put in, is what you get out. You can't change that. That's the law of the universe. I can't just go to the gym and work out every day, sweat my ass off, lift heavy weights and not gain muscle, right? Obviously following the diet and everything else. Or I can go half-ass my workouts, only go 3 times a week, not pay attention to my diet, not even worry about anything, and get the same result as somebody who is really, really trying to put the best work in and trying to get the best results with, paying attention to the diet, the rep range, changing things up in the workout, and really, really trying to be there all in. It just won't happen. The chances are very, very unlikely, because what you put in is really what you get out. So as you think, so are you. Always remember that. And whenever there is something that you are going after, something you're chasing, always keep that in the back of your mind, and every word that comes out of your mouth, really pay attention to what you're saying and how you're going into it. With what kind of mindset are you going into a challenge? What kind of mindset are you walking inside the gym? What kind of mindset do you have when it comes to failure or winning? Are you arrogant after a win? Are you complacent after a win? Are you too, maybe, are you beating yourself up too much after a loss? Are you giving up after a failure? Pay attention to this actions that you do or the words that you tell yourself, and change them up. Reflect. So I'm going to read you guys a Bible verse too, which is Proverbs 4:23, and this also really just emphasizes on how your thoughts really determine a lot of things in your life. So it says, Proverbs 4:23, be careful what you think, because your thoughts run your life. So pretty much what I covered this whole episode. What you think is really how your life is going to turn out. If you're a positive thinker, chances are your life will be positive. Your life will be fulfilling. But if your thoughts are negative and all you focus on the bad things, then the chances are you will see the bad things. Because life is just too beautiful for you to go out there and see the bad things. Yes, the world has a lot of bad things, and ultimately it is evil. However, it is still your choice to see the beauty in it, and see the beauty in God's creation, and the beauty in your strength and in your thoughts that God created you and gave you. So always remember that God loves you, you're not alone, and keep on chasing your dreams. Whatever it is, put your mind to it. Go in with a strong mindset and be in charge of your life. Always remember that, guys. And I hope you subscribe, like, and share the video if you have a friend that might want to hear this, or anybody. This will help my channel out. This will help a lot of people out, because my goal is really to educate as many people as possible, start a community where we can freely talk about things and educate each other, teach each other things that we know, and spread the word of God and bring God into our lives, because He is ultimately the best one we have in our life, and God will ultimately set us free, and God will be the person that will ultimately change our lives into better. So always put God first. Just remember that, guys. Check out my friends' YouTube channels. Check out our podcast. Join the Guild community on Discord. We have meetings on Thursdays, 4 o'clock. Hope you can join those calls. We talk about a lot of self-improvement stuff, mindset, discipline. We have open conversations, share our thoughts with each other, and it's just a great thing, great community to join. Follow my Instagram. I post my diet there, my workouts, just daily things on my stories. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye bye, guys.